Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Yolanda Rachel and today I have two stories to tell you, but I'm gonna do it in two different videos, but they're pertaining the same people. First things first, I was like, there's this girl, I've talked about her on my channel before. She is the ex of an ex that I dated. So I didn't tell you like the full backstory of her. So on the story that I told you already, I'm just gonna link it somewhere here, but so that you don't have to watch that first before you watch this, but watch this after that. Watch that after this. She was an ex of mine, and then we dated. But when we started dating, I was seeing this guy. His name is Luando. Well, not his real name, of course. So I was dating Luando, and then I guess was she again Mazan. So now Luando, I think I didn't dump Luando immediately, but I really couldn't fake it. I distanced myself from him, and our relationship was basically over. And I think he knew obviously. And I think a lot of guys that I date, whenever I date a guy, especially if he is in love with me, they always tend, not always, but they sometimes tend to be intimidated by women, because they know I'm probably gonna prioritize a woman whenever a woman comes to the picture. I'm sorry. So I was, since we're no longer together, and then this night I work in town, right? And he lives in Tigerberg, but he still was a student then, but he was doing whatever. Yes, he was a student in town, and he was studying where I used to study, in City Varsity. So now Orlando so look at Orlando, right? And he, like, it's really over, but we are civil with each other, and we, like, when we're together we have a good time. So this one time we met up, we were supposed to have like 2 or 3 drinks, and ngale mini sidibana ngayo is the same day ndizawugodukela ku babe, yabo. So we chill. We were chilling at this spot downtown. No, but it's a town where to Palma se back in excuse me, park la vicinity as a park in close to Burger King, but it's a very, I'm sure during apartheid times that was a white only area, like that was a white only place. It's still like predominantly white, but that's not part of the story. So Orlando and I were having a beer, and then we were gonna have a beer or 2 or 3, and then I was gonna go to my girlfriend's. My girlfriend stayed in Mfuleni, stays in, well, she's not my girlfriend now, but my girlfriend at the time stayed in Mfuleni. So before words, English, Xhosa, anything, before this day, when I was still in good terms no Orlando, singekhohlukani, but this distance, and I was with girl, we would chill and spend the day together in Orlando, and then he would walk me to the taxi, and but my friends also stay in Mfuleni, and I spent a lot of time in Mfuleni. So he would walk me, I am police line, yes, in Mfuleni. Follow line, and then up I is a taxi and taxi, Diego baby. She get taxi, yes, in Mfuleni, and babe would be waiting for me and stopping. I remember one time, before I knew a cousin, girl, low. wasemfuleni ndise lining. Okay, ndiyafika iline yasemfuleni inde ne, and then it was so long, and then I stand behind this girl and Yolanda is with me obviously. Sencokola kumnandi ndikhwelisa iteksini. Yey kanti cousin kamntu wam nanku ufole apha phambi kwam elayinini. Anyway, those time passed away too. Yes. So this day in particular, I am actually. I think this is the day when I officially we had already officially broken up in Yolanda by then, but we were chilling. We just decided to have a few drinks and just talk. Nothing special, nothing too deep. And I know it takes us Mfuleni pelongo 8, so I knew that at 8 o'clock I had to be inside a taxi. Yeah, boom, fine. So we chill. Oh yeah, now he takes a train to Tigerberg, Yolanda, ne? Because I don't know if there's taxis from town to Tigerberg, but you take a train. So now he was aiming for the last train, and I was aiming for the last taxi. Go to the taxi rank. He says his goodbye. He walks back to the train. I text Ube. I'm like, I'm in a taxi now. I'll see you in a few. Okay, fine. Chill. The taxi is still empty. People are chit-chatting, you know. When we get into a taxi, then all of a sudden people are talking, telling stories. Okay, fine. So ufike this homeless man gets to the taxi, and he's homeless. He's not South African. I think he's probably Nigerian or Zimbabwean. So his Xhosa is not okay. And he's a homeless man in town. So it's not like he's homeless at Kailicha where he can learn Xhosa. He's homeless in town, so his English and his Xhosa and his language, his South African languages are not okay. So he gets to this taxi, he's like, he tries to say Yolanda, but he can't say Yolanda. I don't know what he was saying. And there was another Yolanda in this taxi. And then this girl, she's like, man, is this guy saying Yolanda? And then I'm like, Yolanda, I'm Yolanda. And then she's like, no, I'm Yolanda. I'm also Yolanda. I'm like, I wonder. And then he's like, Uwile. I'm like, Uwile. And then he tries to describe whatever. And then I'm like, oh shit, let me just go check on the person I was walking with, because I don't know, let me just go check. I'll be back. But if I'm not back, bye guys. I don't know what's happening, but I think there's an emergency. I walk to Orlando. I walk with this homeless guy. Like, I just trusted him because he was in such a panic and he was very concerned, and he knew my name, and he's saying this guy collapsed. And the figure Orlando, hey, guy, he's collapsed, and Bay doesn't know that I was with him, right? And he's collapsed. He had an asthma attack. Yes, he had an asthma attack, and he was just unable to can. And it's the last train. I have to now carry him to the train. I was busy calling his brother, trying to get a hold of someone who can fetch him. So because the plan was like, okay, when I discovered that there's a problem here, he's not okay, he can't even breathe, and he's busy telling me, I'm fine, I'm okay, I'll get home, I'll be fine. But this is someone I care about. I can't just let him go like that. Guy, and then we're calling, and then his brother is like, can't you just take a train with him and come this side? I'm like, I'm supposed to be somewhere, like I was already in a taxi, and I'm thinking to myself, I already told her about the taxi, and like, what am I gonna say now? And I have to tell the truth now. Like, what the hell am I gonna do? Okay, fine. See phone, we call and try to figure out how we're gonna do this. No longer. Oh, what's in my eye? And then the conclusion came that we are going to take a train together, the last train that's going to Tygerberg. We'll get off there and his uncle and aunt are gonna fetch us at the station and take us to his place. Fine. Now, I've never met his family. The only person I've met is his brother. Have I met him? Had I met him before then? Yes, I had met him. I've met his brother. I've never met anyone else in his family. And our relationship currently is not at a stage to be meeting the family. But hey man, situation is situation. Whatever has to happen, has to happen. I go with him. So, and then they call his mother. His mother tells him what to take. And he was revived. So now I'm here in Tygerberg. Actually, I told Upe I'm in a taxi. And when I got into the train, and then the train started moving, I texted Upe, Bana, there's been an emergency. I can't explain to you. I said there's an emergency, I'll explain to you tomorrow. She's like, what the fuck? What's happening? And then the moment I mention Londo, she loses it. I'm like, I can't do this right now. I'm sorry. Like, this is happening. I'll talk to you when I get home tomorrow. So, yeah, we get to Londo's place. And it was a weekday. I remember because it was not I was going to work the next day. So I was going to see Upe after work. Imagine, she's going to sleep alone. And she's going to spend the day alone, stressing about me. And I'm going to come back when I come back from work. And I promised myself I'm not going to go anywhere after. I'm not going to go to after work drinks. Not again. No. So I wake up the next morning. Oh, we chill. I think his brother was having a beer or something. So I chill. And then we slept. And then the next morning I get ready for work. I go to work. After work I go to base. Now, my girlfriend is not the securest of them all. She had very bad insecurities. I have a stomach ache, yes. But I'm fine. She has very bad insecurities, oh baby, né? And she would have attacks as well, like panic attacks and all that. She like I don't know, like maybe I just liked broken people. So, oh baby, firstly now she strongly believes that I slept with him. Yes, I slept with him, but she strongly believes that I had sex with him last night. So I went to her place and got there. Mama, you remember in the taxi when I panicked and everything, I left the taxi and everything. Obviously people had saw me, we spoke and it was a conversation in the taxi. Remember I said that. So now, oh, let me just, yeah, I get to her place, she is not okay, and she strongly believes that I had sex with him. And for me, I was like, I wouldn't do that to you, having sex with a guy and then coming home to you and having sex with you. And if I did have sex with him, you would know because you would feel it when you touch me. But there was someone else. Yeah, well, so she was fine. Like, I explained everything to her and then she was okay. Yeah, she was fine. And what happened? And then, had I lied, I'm glad I didn't lie. But because had I lied, I would have gotten caught very quickly because the next morning, oh yes, so when I went back to her, it was Friday, so I didn't need to go to work the next day because I didn't work on weekends in that job. So the next morning we are taking a walk. We were going to my friends, like who stays in Mfuleni. So we're taking a walk and this girl, she's like, Yolanda. I'm like, Yolanda, how do you know my name? And then she was like, how did your boyfriend go yesterday? Is he okay? I laughed. I'm like, imagine had I not told her the truth. Because obviously it's easy to interpret the boyfriend part, but at least she knows what this girl is talking about. Yeah, imagine. And the fake I laugh. I'm like, no, he's okay. He had a national attack. He's fine. Auntie, oh. And I think that girl is just being spiteful. She's trying to spite my girlfriend because obviously she knows. Because I even said it, it's hi, but what's the attacker, guys? So imagine, she knows I was going to the bay. So now, what is this? What's this? Yeah. Anyway, so baby the girl, she was fine with it. We laugh about it, and we moved on from it. I think her insecurities were also something else that I have no control over. But yeah, man, that's a crazy story of how my ex had collapsed when I was visiting my girlfriend and I had to step in. Super ex girlfriend. Thank you for watching. If you like my stories, you know what to do. Remember to subscribe. Peace.